our guy who is, unlike Mike T, following the rules, the ugly sweater. And wait a second, it almost matches yours, Anita. Tim Legler, welcome to the program.
We have llamas.
The Christmas llama. The Christmas llama makes its appearance. He is making his national television appearance. Absolutely. Ready to roll.
How did I miss the memo on this Christmas llama? I feel so left out, guys. Thanks for including me in the text thread. Legs. I'll tell you who has been awesome this season, who Santa is just coming down the chimney and putting presents underneath the tree for all these Cleveland Cavaliers fans, because their team has been amazing this season. The Cavs are third in the Eastern Conference. They have by far the best ATS record in all of the NBA. Evan Mobley's been a beast. They've covered 14 straight games, Legs. Do you think this is for real? Can they make a run to the postseason, maybe even win a round in the Eastern Conference playoffs?
Yeah, I'll tell you why this is now starting to become something that I think is sustainable, because they're winning on the defensive end of the floor. It's really where they're getting it done. You look at the numbers that they're putting up defensively and their rating, it's off the charts. And they're actually defying logic, because this is not a league anymore that you play two bigs together. I mean, very few teams play two traditional bigs. And when you look at what they're doing with Jarrett Allen, Evan Mobley, two of the best rim protectors we have in this league, Lauri Markkanen and Kevin Love, two guys that can stretch the floor, but they're power forwards. They have four bigs in their rotation, playing all of them. And what's happened now, you see a young group of guys mixed in with a couple of veterans. They're starting to believe now this is no longer like a great start. This is starting to become a great story. And with some of the messes that we have in the Eastern Conference and all the uncertainty with injuries, underachievements, teams battling COVID, guys sitting at home and getting paid not to play, some of the top teams in the East, with all of that dysfunction and chaos, the Cleveland Cavaliers have firmly entrenched themselves as a solid playoff team. Now, winning a round could be different for a first-year group, going through this together. There's a progression there. So I don't know if I know they're going to win a playoff series, but I do think there's a solid playoff team in the East.
All right, let's talk about the MVP race, right? So Golden State, second best record in the NBA. Steph Curry breaking records left and right. What a season he's having. But KD trying to do it all on his own here in New Jersey with the Nets, kind of shortened that gap. Is it going to be a two-man race for this MVP, or is there a dark horse out there as well you're keeping your eye on, Legs?
Well, the way I've handicapped this so far, after about 2 weeks of the season, I said it was Steph Curry's award to lose. He was going to win it because they were going to win enough games. And with their roster having no business having the best record in the Western Conference, I thought Steph Curry was the guy that was going to win the award. And look, he still might. But I do think what's happened here lately, the grind that he was going through trying to break this record, it's clearly took a toll on him. It took a toll on his team. I think they got out of rhythm. Now, they were still able to win games for the most part. But I think Steph Curry's struggles here over the last week or 10 days has allowed Kevin Durant to leapfrog him right now. And I think Durant right now would be the MVP if you voted on the award today, with what Brooklyn has dealt with and the way he has played recently. Now, those are the two guys I think will finish 1-2. They could jockey back and forth all year, but I don't think it's out of the question to say a Nikola Jokic or a Giannis, those guys could potentially thrust themselves firmly in the mix. They're already there because of their numbers. So it's going to come down to team success for Denver and Milwaukee to see if they can get into that competition. But I really believe this is going to end up Durant's Curry 1-2 or Curry Durant 1-2. Take your pick. I think they're going to jockey back and forth all year long, and ultimately it might come down to which guy ends up having to do more with less. Without Klay Thompson, without potentially James Harden, who knows what's going to happen with Kyrie when he does come back, if he stays back. So I think people are going to look at it like, what have you done with less, and who's got the best record? I think those two guys are firmly the top two contenders for MVP.
All right, Legs, we'll get you out of here on this. It is the week of Christmas, and Christmas Day, of course, the NBA dominates, and some, not me, couldn't be me, say the season doesn't really start till after Christmas Day. So now that we're about there, who are your top three title contenders in the NBA? The Lakers are struggling. We'll see what Klay Thompson brings back to the Warriors. Who knows what group of stars the Nets are going to have and how they're going to be able to play. Of course, there's the Suns and the Bucks as well. Who are the top three in your eyes right now?
right now, Golden State Phoenix have separated themselves from everybody else in the league. They just have played the cleanest brand of basketball. It's obvious that that culture is back in Golden State. Draymond Green is back playing with that level of purpose every night now that they're back in the mix. Steph Curry playing at an MVP level. They're waiting to get better with Klay Thompson and Wiseman soon to come back. So Golden State has been unbelievable. Phoenix has picked up where they left off after a very slow start to the year. They're now the best team in the NBA over the last month and a half. So for me, it's those two teams are on the top shelf alone. And then I think if I had to put a third team right now, it would be Brooklyn, because you still have so many unanswered questions with some of these other teams. I may be slighting Utah a little bit. They're probably in that mix as well. But let's see what happens as we go on with the Lakers, with the Brooklyn Nets, with the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's see what Philly does ultimately with Ben Simmons. Do they add to their roster and get into the mix as well? But right now, there's two teams on the top shelf. It's Phoenix, Golden State, and everybody else has a lot of ground to make up.
Legs, bringing it from deep as always. The Christmas llama's fantastic. The background is festive. Well done, Tim Legler. We enjoy having you here on the Monday edition of Bet. Happy holidays to you and your family.
Same to you. Appreciate having me on.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.